What's up, Finder friends? Day number 3 of 2,465 training days, and on our way towards this 6-year goal. I was reminding myself this morning that, today is day number 3 of this goal that I set, but in reality, I've been working out 4.5 years. It really is more like a 10-year goal, and I'm 4.5 years into it. So I'm not really at the beginning of a journey. I'm kind of in the middle of one. And I was thinking about, for anybody that's following the channel, that you're checking things out for some scaling options. You might just be at the very beginning of your journey. It might be a little frustrating. I know that was a frustrating thing for me when I was watching CrossFit guys, and they were just awesome. I'm just like, oh man, they're so much further ahead of me. I'll never be there. And I still think that sometimes when I watch those guys, because they are so much further ahead of me. But in reality, I'm so much further than where I used to be. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. And I think that's a good thing for you. I wish I had videoed more early on and taken more pictures and things like that, because it really is helpful to remind myself just how far I've come. And every now and then on my weight tracking app that I use, I'll scroll back and see how much weight I've lost all time. So if I feel like the needle is not moving on the scale very much, sometimes I'll just remind myself how far it actually has moved, and kind of gives me a little boost of motivation. Today was a first day back towards normal training, so volume was considerably up, which is fine. Had a good rest week, good deload week. Still moved during the deload week, but nothing too strenuous. But today was a good thing. Did some front rack box squats, which were good. Didn't go just too heavy on those. My highest weight I got up to was 195, so nothing too heavy. My listed 1 rep max right now is 255, but I really think that's pretty low because my percentages are getting easier and easier. So I'm sure I'm probably more in the 275 range or something like that. But so 195 on the box squats was good. Next time I'll probably drop it down to an 18-inch box. I can't remember ever doing these before. I've done box squats, but not front rack. I did it on a 20-inch box today, so probably could have dropped it down to 18, made it a little bit more challenging. So play around with that next time. The push press today, we did 4 sets of 6, which I was really happy with. This is the 3rd iteration of this particular exercise, and it got heavy for sure, but my 3rd set was a little wobbly, but 4th set I got pretty convincingly. But which my push press listed max, 1 rep max, is 185, and that's what I was working out with today. So I'm definitely higher than that, I think. So I'll have to max that out at some point in time. But there's good stuff to do. The Metcon was for weight on the thrusters today, not for time. So this Metcon was every 3 minutes, started a new round. So the idea is to get as much work done as quickly as possible, have a little bit of a rest, and then start over again. But we weren't tracking the time, we were tracking the weight on the thrusters. So I tried to give myself a little bit of a pause right before the thruster, just to make sure that I got it, make sure that it came through good, clean. And it was. So especially on the last set, you'll notice like I took a pretty good pause, and had it been for time, had that been the score, I'd have just pushed and done it so that I could get a faster score. But since it didn't matter on the time today, and it mattered more on the weight, I decided to just give myself a quick break and hit that weight, which, for 135, that was pretty good. My listed 1 rep max on thrusters right now is 145. So the fact that I got 135 for a set of 5, it's pretty good. So I'm sure that my thruster max is probably higher too. So anyway, it's a good day today. If I were scaling this today for my friends that are still in that super heavy kind of place, I probably would have, on the row, cut that a little bit. The scaled version of the row, instead of 21 calories today, was 15, so I might have done 15 calories. I typically try not to scale too much on the cardio type stuff. So whether it was a bike for calories or a row for calories, I'd always keep it within required stimulus. But today on this, I probably would have scaled it to like 15. The plate hops, I would have done exactly the same. I wouldn't have scaled those at all. And then the thrusters, the only thing I scale there is weight. Sorry for the yawn. It's real life, right? Getting up early to get in the training. Yeah, so I would have scaled the thruster weight. That really, at my heaviest, I started out with just using PVC, honestly. Then I worked up to where I was using an empty bar. And then I remember, I think I started putting on 2.5s and then 5s and then 10s, and it just kind of went from there. So scale something that you can get all 5 unbroken, and go from there. So anyway, it's a good day of training. Looking forward to tomorrow and then a day of rest after that. So it's going to be good. So you guys have a great day. Go find your fit. I'll see you tomorrow.